Good evening, everybody. I hope you can hear me well. I'm sitting out on my porch and I decided this actually is a good time for me to do a TikTok. So I titled this one Give It to God because I want to talk about really shortly four instances where when I let go and I let God have it is when I got the outcome I wanted, I got the blessing, I got the healing, I got what I had been seeking and didn't think was going to happen. So it's humor me a little bit. It's my after work no makeup face, so hope I'm not scaring nobody. So the first instance I want to talk about is I shared it on here as my testimony, and it's when God healed me of uterine fibroids, and I shared my story on YouTube, and then I reposted it on here, and I may share it again just to get it in all one part because I think it's like in four parts, and so I may share it again. But I just want to say at that time I that was my first radical encounter with God. Like I had grown up going to church and reading my Bible, but never really had something like that happen. And I noticed, as I tell my testimony, if you notice in there, it was when I literally just stopped looking at things, stopped striving, and stood on God's word. There were so many nights I remember now that I would wake up in the middle of the night and I'd be anxious and I'd be fearful about my health and what's going to happen. And then I would just say, by his stripes I'm healed. And I would say that repeatedly, like I had that word to like hold on to. Or I would say, God, remember me like you remembered Hannah and you remembered Rachel. And so these were short prayers. I wasn't this long, drawn out prayer person. I said something to comfort myself in the word. Kind of like how David said, there's a psalm where David talks about he comfort himself and strengthen himself in the Lord. And that's what I was doing. Didn't know that's what I was doing at the time, but that's what I was doing. And that's when God healed me, right? That's when I had the surgery and I should have had scar tissue and all of that. And the doctor comes out and it's like, God is with you, that confirmation. The second time was when I was buying my house. And I told that on here as a longer story as well. I was looking at different houses and townhomes and condos in the city I'm in. There was this one neighborhood I really liked and wanted to live in, but it was out of my price range. And I got tired of looking. Like at one point, I was just like, I'm tired. I want my weekends back. I'm looking at houses every weekend. Like I'm tired. My mom was tired. And I just said, you know what? I'm going to just leave it up to you, God. And when it's time for me to buy a house, it happened. And I literally think it might have been 2 or 3 weeks. It wasn't a long time. It was like a few weeks later, I get an email from the realtor I was using, and there were three houses available in the area that I wanted in my price range. Not only did I get the place, but I got to pick which one I wanted in the place. And so that's that instance. The third instance is I'm already in my house and I am getting my assistant principal certification. So I already had my master's degree, so I had to just go and get take the test, get certified, and then I could start looking for administrative positions. And I finished the program I was in. I took the test, I got certified, and nothing was happening. Everybody I emailed said they had already hired for that position or they had already finished interviews for that position. Just nothing seemed to pan out right. And so I sat down one day and I realized I was like, you know what? I like the job that I'm in. And so I'm just going to be content here. I was like, I like where I'm at. And so I'm just going to stay in this job until something opens up. And again, I literally felt like it was 2 weeks. It was like 2 or 3 weeks. I get a message from somebody saying that they're leaving their assistant principal position and I should interview for the spot that they're leaving. And I almost said no at first because I was just kind of content where I was. And lo and behold, I got the position. I've moved up in that position since then. And it was when I let go. I let go. And the latest thing that I remember was when I was shopping for a new car. Um, I was trying this whole new car thing where you can buy a car online. And I was trying that, and there was this car that I liked. And because I'm working full time, I don't always check my personal email as much. I check my work email more than my personal email, and so I wasn't always checking the email from the car salesman at the dealer. And there was this car, I liked it. It was what I wanted, and I said I may lose this car. And then I kept thinking, if it's for me, it's for me. Like I'm gonna just let it work itself out. And I ended up getting that exact car. Like, even with me not checking emails every day and other people may have been looking at it, I ended up getting the exact card that I talked to the salesman about when I first emailed. Like, it went all the way through. So I just want to come in and I'm saying all these things to encourage you and to encourage myself, because there's still some things in my life and situations that I'm working with that I got to let God work it out. And so I want to just encourage you that whatever it is that you're holding on so tight to, that's making you feel anxious, that's making you feel uh, fearful of the future, lay it down. Just lay it down. And it doesn't have to be this big long prayer. It can literally just be, God, you got this. I'm giving it to you. I'm letting you have it. And you go on about your life. He can do so much more work when we take our hands off of things and we let God be God. So I hope that encouraged you. Let me know if you want to hear any longer stories of those. I know two I've already posted. I have my testimony, and I talked about getting the house in a separate video. So those are definitely longer ones if you want to go to my page and look at those. But I'm just sitting out here on my porch, and I was like, just give it to God and let Him work it all out. So I hope that encouraged you this evening. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, y'all.